Okay, so these are my quick thoughts on Colorful Stage, the movie, A Miku Who Can't Sing. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I have never been the biggest Miku fan. Like, I understand to a lot of people that might be surprising because, like, wait, why would you go see this movie if you're not really a Miku fan? I think it's just because I've always liked her design, but I never understood her appeal. I mean, she basically is a software app she basically started out as a software app just to do some, like, music cues or, like, music and audio tuning or something like that. That she's basically an auto tune character by a really well, like a very great voice actress in Japan. And she's somehow been timeless for years with all of these side characters, all of these like things that she's been in. She's cameoed and stuff. And this is where Colorful Stage comes in. It's based on an app game which is technically Project Senkai. That's what it's called in Japan. So here's the thing. I played a little bit of the app game, but then like the app kind of crashed a little bit, so I just couldn't get through most of the story. But however, there was this one guy on Instagram who did give me these short films. These were short films that basically showed you all five members. Where here's the thing, before seeing this movie you need to see those shorts. I mean, I don't think I can leave a link here, but I think you can find them. Just try to find all the shorts for Colorful Stage and I think you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, these shorts are basically like going to tell you the story, at least the general story of all five of these bands and their kind of their personalities. And I think you would get the general idea of who they are because you're definitely going to need it if you're going to watch this movie because they are in the focus throughout most of the movie, even though the focus is on this new Miku who her voice can't reach anybody. And of course, just like they said in the advertisement, there is an after show where basically after the credits, there's kind of like this mini show of like this new Miku around, like this new design Miku, and honestly, it's really good. So about the movie itself, let me just get to it. I'm sorry, I was a little rambling, but yeah, the movie I think is really good. I think it does show the message of always pursuing your dream, but also trying to find your voice. And I do have to say, and just the story itself, it's basically Trolls World Tour, if you remember that movie, basically done right, where it's different types of music, different styles of music, and all throughout this movie, and they do something positive. They do something really, really good with it, and the characters are likable. And yeah, just the story itself is actually kind of. There are some funny moments in the movie. I like the different designs, Miku. The only nitpick that I have is that, okay, for a movie that's obviously supposed to be an advertisement for the app game, but at the same time, also as an advertisement for Miku herself, it's kind of sad that that most in the movie, literally and throughout the movie, it seems like when you go to like the CD stores or like when you go to the music stores, some of the music stores and stuff, it's always Miku stuff. It's like always Miku music and stuff like that. I understand that she's like the main point of the movie, but I feel like they could have put in like some bands there too. Like they could have put in like real live bands. I understand that yeah, we have the five bands that we're following, but they could have put in other bands. They could have put in like, I don't know, any random pop group or something like that, or like any other type of band, like ACD. I would have loved to see an ACDC like CD there, just to see how random that was. But like, I mean, they should have done like other types of bands than just Miku all over the place. And like, she's everywhere. You can have literally an Easter egg hunt of how many Miku real life merchandise is everywhere. And like I said, I understand that the character's popular because I understand her design is very adorable, but I never found like a really character development personality through her. And I feel like with this movie, I kind of did. There's different types of Mikus who act differently than everyone else, but they're always nice. There was this one Miku who basically looked like she was really depressed, and then other Miku who looked like she was like mistakenly doing everything wrong. But like I said, I feel like the different types of Mikus really shows that there's different types of personalities a character can go through, and especially the new Miku that honestly does really well of what she's doing, and I really like what they do with her story. I like what they do with the character, and like I said, I think the message of the movie is really well made. And let me tell you, the theater was packed when I went to go see this movie. It was packed. It was great. So Yeah, I think that's really what I have to say about it. Here's the thing, like I said, definitely see the shorts before the movie because that is very important. Definitely see the shorts or play the app game. But yeah, by the time I release this, I think the movie in the US is just basically this is the last day it's going to be released. So hopefully you can get there on time because after next week, we're going to have to wait a whole few months just for it to be on streaming or just for it to be on Blu-ray. So yeah, I think it's a really good movie. Only if you see it in the context of the original app game. If you just want to see a general anime movie, this isn't the movie for you because you're gonna be confused. But if you're a big Miku fan, if you're like a really great Miku fan, or you love Colorful Stage or Project Senkai, yeah, you're gonna have a blast with this film. So yeah, really good.